Good evening to people who attend this webinar. Afternoon to people if there are guys joining from Europe, and good morning to people in North and South America. Since we launched this program on 20th June, there have been a lot of queries regarding the program, the format, about the tool that we are using, Open Studio, and what all things we will be covering in the course. So we thought that it would be good to have a program brief and a Q&A session before the early bird discounts end. So everyone, I'll just stop my video so that there's no bandwidth issue, and then we continue. I need to just Sunday. I think I'm not able to move the slide, so if you can help me with this. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So let me just give you a brief about today's speaker. I am Gurmeet, Director at Environmental Design Solutions. I'm a USCTC faculty member. Along with me, I have Sandhya Patil, who is a Senior Project Manager at EDS. She handles certification and design optimization projects. With us, we have Robin, who is a Senior Energy Analyst, who looks into our energy modeling uh, uh, exercises, and he has got a vast experience in different energy simulation tools. And we have Rishabh, who is a green building analyst, senior green building analyst. He takes care of certification and design optimization at EDS. Now let me briefly introduce our firm, Environmental Design Solutions. We are sustainability consulting firm in the domain of built environment. Here is a sneak peek of our New Delhi office. EDS started in 2003, and now we are a diverse team of 65 plus people and have worked on around 400 plus projects. And this includes certification, design optimization, training, audit, policy, and other projects. In India, we have offices in New Delhi and Mumbai. One of our senior team members is taking care of Europe operations from Netherlands. We also have partners in USA and Bangladesh to take care of projects in those regions. We are lead proven provider and educational partner with USTPC. And this slide basically shows the credential that we have in our team. We have lead AP, lead GA, lead fellow, IGBC AP, BIHA, and certified measurement and verification professional. We also have true professional, which talks about waste, and well professional, which talks about health and well-being. We also have certified ground source heat pump designer in our team. Now let me take you through the scope of services that provide. So we as sustainability consulting firm provide high performance building design, or we call it as a net zero energy building design as a service. We work very closely with government, municipalities, donor agencies on policy and research projects. As part of our existing building initiative, we provide commissioning and audit service for all the existing projects. Besides daylighting, energy, and interior lighting solution, we also take up the next level of building performance analysis and simulation, that is like outdoor thermal comfort, CFD analysis, or any other analytical scope of work. We also have a team who develop software solution, again, all related to built environment. So we are not a software firm who develops any kind of solution. We only take those projects which are related to built environment buildings. Like we developed an app for our energy conservation building code. We have developed a feasibility tool, green building feasibility tool, which helps in generating the feasibility for a project. So any tool or technology service related to built environment we pitch into. And the last is the capacity building and education. I think everyone is aware of this initiative. But again, very briefly, I will take you through this. So we believe that sustainability is a subject, is a skill based and is practice oriented of it. And the theoretical knowledge of any skill based subjects needs to be supported by practice. That's why all our courses are designed around this framework where theory part is supported by implementation or the practical experience that we have gained during this almost like 15 years of our thing in practice. The photos that you are seeing on your screen are from our shading design and daylighting course, where we have developed a small model so that participant can first generate shadow mask by hand and then they generate the same through computer. This approach or approach of learning really clears the concept. Besides the live training product program, we also have a online library of 30-minute to 1 hour of course related to sustainability. These courses are hosted on Udemy. There are like 70 plus courses. These are also GBCI accredited courses, so you can attain CERs. They are in different languages and different topics. Yeah. The other format in which we give training is the blended learning format. Basically, this format combines the education material and opportunity for interaction online with the traditional classroom method. So you can see the climate responsive design, the GA Green Associate exam, and the redesign optimization, which we'll talk about in detail. All these programs are designed in terms of blended learning format. There will be on live webinars, and then there will be assignments so that you can actually apply the things that you learn in this webinar. Now coming to our course, early design optimization using OpenStudio. If you see the title in detail, it has two aspects to this. One is early design optimization, and the other one is OpenStudio. So in the next few slides, we'll be talking about these two aspects, early design optimization and OpenStudio. I will now hand over the baton to my colleague Sandhya, who will take you through the first part, that is the early design optimization. So over to you, Sandhya.
Thank you, everybody. Good evening, everybody. So I'm going to take you through how did we come up with this program and what aspects we are going to cover. So as we proceed further on the slides, I would request the participants, if you have any queries, you can put it in your chat box and we'll take them at the end of the entire presentation. So to start off with, most of you are aware that today energy efficient design is a rapidly emerging requirement. So it is observed that if you have early design inputs, they strongly influence the building performance and also the life cycle of a project. So let's understand that how does it affect. So if we divide the entire site life cycle of a project into 3 stages of early design stage, design development stage, and a construction stage. So typically a design effort is actually given in a design development stage and then it further gets carried on to a construction stage. So let's see how effective would it be if we have an early design stage inputs. So when we have an early design inputs, not only it affects the entire cost of the project, but you have an impact on the sustainability inputs of the design. So the many decisions which are supposed to be taken are taken at the early design, and then the optimization of design is carried on to the design development and then further to the construction stage. So the construction stage is more concentrated in terms of execution of the work, and the design inputs and all the optimization is covered in the design development. So let us look at what are the early design parameters which can really looked at. So you have the form, which can be looked at, the orientation and optimize and appropriate orientation, which helps you to design the spaces inside. It also when the form is developed, then you further move on to the wall window ratios or the optimization of the glass on your facades. You start developing the elevations. You start looking at the shading devices. You start connecting your outside to the inside in form of a daylight. Further that, you look into the envelope materials which can control the heat ingress and then further facilitate the required thermal comfort. There is another important aspect which is of a renewable energy. As you see, most of the projects right now are looking at a net zero concept, which is rapidly arising in the industry. Renewable energy is also picking up. So understanding this aspect of renewable energy at the very beginning of a design becomes very vital. So we would be looking at like the solar PV potential at an early design and how it would take the design further ahead to the goal of a net zero if the project intends to go for it. There is another important aspect of simulation integration in a normal design process. So what does happen when you have a simulation integrated in a normal design process? So if you see on the left hand side, we have the early design parameters and you have a proposed design. So proposed design and the aspects of all early design stage, you have a tool of simulation where you can evaluate multiple design options and compare them. And at the end of it, come to an optimized solution. So looking at the design time and the amount of time which goes in a development of the design, a simulation really accelerates and helps to enhance the design. Over to you, Gurneet, to take about Open Studio.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandhya. So, Open Studio, what is Open Studio and why we have selected this Open Studio? Open Studio is basically a cross platform. Basically, it works on uh, Windows, Mac, and Linux. It is a collection of software tools which support whole building energy modeling and also advanced daylight analysis using Radiance. So it basically uses Energy Plus and Radiance at its backend. Energy Plus, I believe everyone is aware, is a great tool, great simulation tool developed by NREL and the US Department of Energy. Open Studio is also open source. The whole purpose was to facilitate community development, extension, private sector adoption. So any private sector can also take this open source and can build on this tool. It also provides a graphical interface along with they have a software development kit. So that's what the SDK, which can be used to further enhance, extend the capabilities of Open Studio. Open Studio ecosystem. Open Studio ecosystem consists or includes Open Studio application, which is a standalone application. So it looks like this. If you don't want SketchUp or anything, you can use this standalone application. You can model it in. You can model your building in this, and so this is kind of a front end to Energy Plus, which gives you, which exposes the Energy Plus objects to you in a graphical interface. It also have a parametric analysis tool where you can compare different options. You can do the same in Open Studio itself, or you can use the parametric analysis tool. It has a, as I said, plugin in SketchUp. So you can see a screenshot of the SketchUp. On the top toolbar, so these are additional toolbars that get added once you install Open Studio in your system. So once you open SketchUp, it adds this toolbar. With the help of this toolbar, you are able to create geometry very easily, and then you can open your OpenStudio application to run the. So that's the overall ecosystem of OpenStudio. As many people also ask what is OpenStudio in the queries in the pre-interest form. So we thought that it would be good to explain the overall ecosystem. Then the question is why OpenStudio and why not other tools? We internally debated a lot on which tool to go with when we in the initial stages when we brainstorm about this program. So whether to go with open source, whether to go with proprietary, both open source and proprietary tool, they have their own pros and cons. So for this program, when we debated, we thought that we should have a program which is a free and open platform because in the past, whenever we conduct a tool, a program related to any simulation tool, the first question or query or input by the participant is that whether it's free, whether they can continue after 1 month. So there is always a concern about this. So that's why we thought that we should select a tool which is free and open platform. And there are, I think, 4 or 5 free tools which gives you energy simulation and daylight simulation. So that was one of the criteria to go with free and open platform software. The second was, since we are talking about early design optimization, so it was very important to have a tool which helps in creating geometry very easily. Because primarily this tool would be, or early design optimization is something will be done by the design professionals, right? So, so we thought that we should have a tool where the design professionals don't have to spend time in learning a software, right? You should be able to use the software to quickly evaluate the design options. So that was the second criteria. The third criteria was have an active community which can support thing. Because what we have also observed that after this course or after this program, if anyone would like to uh, deep dive into the tool, he or she should be able to do that with the help of the energy module community. So these are like forums where you post your question and the energy experts they revert back how to do it. So that was another criteria. And the last criteria was to have a tool which helps, which has got macros or some kind of app tools to reduce the modeling time. Uh, uh, these are add-ons, I would say. These are like, if there are add-ons rather than you developing it, because generally when you get a tool, there is not much flexibility to add on macros, right? So you can consider having an Excel tool without the functionality of macros. So macros is nothing, it basically uh, you write a code or write a script to have 10 steps in by one step, right? So we thought that it would be good to have a tool which has that flexibility where you can add macros or tools. So these 3 or 4 things help us in finally finalizing OpenStudio for this exercise, and just explain how it helps it. So OpenStudio perfectly fits the bill. It is open source. It is free software. You just need to shell out $300 for SketchUp. Again, if you want to use SketchUp, then you need to. But if you just want to use OpenStudio, you need not to spend it. But since this whole program is designed for professionals, design professionals, so we will be doing it in SketchUp, which we thought that all the design offices will already have a license, or any person who is related to buildings generally already have a license of SketchUp. Since it's a plugin for SketchUp, it is very easy to create a geometry in OpenStudio. Uh, it is based on Energy Plus, as said that it is using the backend engine of Energy Plus and Radiance. So there is a big active community available for this. And right now there are 350 free macros available, and I think more than 48,000 components which you can reuse. which you can use in your project. You need not to reinvent the wheel. You can use those macros and can reduce your modeling time and do much more than any other tool. So that's it from my end. Over to Sandhya to take the participants through the whole course, the structure, the schedule, and other things. Sandhya.
Yes, thank you, Gurneet. Okay, I'm going to go through now the course and the schedule of the course, the format of the course, and some detailed questions which have been asked in the early registrations. So I'm going to go through. People who have joined in late, please, if you have any questions during the entire session, type in it in your chat box and we'll take them at the end of the session. So early design optimization using OpenStudio is a 3-week online course. This is a program outline. So we're looking at a 3-week commitment in which we would be having one session of 3 hours per week. Apart from that, we would be having a 1-hour question answer session once a week to help you to resolve your issues. Also some of the assignments which we'd be giving it to y'all, we would be looking at the queries which will come out. Also, we are going to be adding a 1-hour session of knowledge sessions, which by our knowledge partner, Glass Academy. So we're going to have 2 sessions per week, which I'll explain in the coming schedule. So overall, we are looking at an effort of 12 hours of e-learning and 12 hours of assignments. This is a beginner's course or an introductory level. The language medium is obviously English, and we're following the blended learning format. The topics which we are going to cover broadly on this is we're going to understand which are the influential early design parameters. We're going to look into the 3D geometry in SketchUp and also in OpenStudio plugin. We're going to do the simulations in OpenStudio. We are also going to look at the optimization of some of these early design parameters, such as building form, massing, building orientation, wall window ratios, envelope material specification, the designing of shading of devices, daylighting and controls, thermal comfort, and solar PV modeling. The exclusions which are there in this course are that the schedules and the load inputs. We're going to be using the standard templates which are a part of the program. Detailed HVAC systems and controls at present will not be included. So we'll be using the ideal air load systems in the program. Green building certifications such as LEED, IGBC, GRIHA, ECBC, that is Energy Conservation Building Codes, or ASHRAE 90.1 modeling is not going to be a part of this program. Debugging of a model or checking of the model for correctness is also excluded. So who can take this program? So the program can be taken by any of the professionals who's involved in a building design process. So we're looking at architects, engineers, green building consultants who can take this program and it would be beneficial to them. We're also welcoming students of architecture or related disciplines or fields who would be interested or part of a building design process. Faculties, teachers, or any related disciplines can also be a part of it. The only essential criteria is that you need to have a basic 3D modeling knowledge. With the goal of having learning objectives, we would like to list down that what you would take back or learn from this program is you would understand the pertinent design parameters, identify what are the strategies for building design optimization, compare these design scenarios, read and interpret simulations. Simulation outputs are numbers and they may be overwhelming for some people who have not been working on simulations. So we're going to help you to read these numbers and interpret them and understand these simulation outputs and convert them, how we can convert them into design inputs. So overall, you're going to get a hands-on experience on OpenStudio and SketchUp modeling platform. The program format is following the blended learning program. So we will have a combination of live webinars and recorded video modules. So live webinars are going to be scheduled as what the program is being given in the program brief. And we will be also sharing the recorded modules, which you can take them at your self-place. There'll be a defined schedule, and we would be starting on the 27th July and ending on the 17th August. So we are looking at 12 hours of e-learning comfortably spread over 3 weeks. We will be using GoToWebinar as a platform. It's only a one-time setup, or it's only to attend the live webinars. The recordings will be made available to you, and we would recommend everybody to attend these live webinars. So I'd like to go through the schedule. We are looking at starting on the 27th, which is a Monday. We would be having the program orientation. It's going to be a live webinar. It will be starting at 6:30 India time. So people from other countries globally can look at the time and adjust it as their schedule. The program orientation is basically going to help you to understand what all other aspects or a detailed overview of the program. And also you will be able to meet your classmates, and it's like an introduction to the program. We step into the week 1, which starts on a Wednesday on the 29th July. This is the first webinar of the week 1, which is going to be a 3-hour session. And the session topics are going to be, we're going to be highlighting on early design parameters. We would be having live sessions in terms of understanding how to build the building geometry in SketchUp and OpenStudio. We would be trying to read the result analysis and interpret them. Apart from this, we would be looking at the optimization of the form and the orientation. So this analysis would be there. So we would be having a 3-hour session. At the end of the session, we would be introducing and the assignment 1, where the participants have to take it over a period of time. And we meet them again on Monday, which is 3rd of August, for addressing their queries, which is related to the assignments. On a Friday, which is 31st of July, we have our knowledge partners, Glass Academy, providing a 1-hour session on impact of fenestration design. So this is a very knowledgeable series which we are introducing in our program, which will give you a detailed knowledge about fenestration design and the different aspects of fenestration and the impact of them in a design. We move to the week 2. Again, we start on a Wednesday, which is 5th of August. It's 3-hour session. The topics which we'll be covering here is we would be introducing you to the OpenStudio measures. We would look at wall window ratio optimization, further move on to shading optimization, and take the first aspect of daylighting and controls. Again, at the end of the session, we would be introducing another assignment 2. This assignment, the queries and all the questions which would be there will be addressed on a Monday, that is 10th of August, again at 6:30 p.m. So it's going to be a 1-hour session. In between, on a Friday, that is 7th of August, that will be the second session by Glass Academy, which is going to be on key performance and parameters of fenestration. So these knowledge series have been introduced, which will supplement to what we have been teaching, and they have been scheduled at the right place, where the topics which we'll be covering in the previous sessions will be complemented. We move on to week 3, that is on the 12th of August. That is the last session, that is the third session of 3 hours, where the topics we will be including is daylighting and controls, that's part 2. We'll look into envelope material specification optimization, thermal comfort, and solar PV potential. This, at the end of it, we will be introducing the assignment 3, and we will have another session of question and answers on the coming Monday on the 17th of August. At the end of the entire program, we expect the participants to come up with a comprehensive early design optimization report. To understand this more better, the assignment 1, 2, and 3 are interlinked, and all of them need to be combined together, and a comprehensive report would be created by the participants, which will help them actually to understand that how these early design optimization parameters using a simulation tool can be converted into design outputs. And if you actually connect it to your project, how would you make a report for it? So this will help you in enhancing your presentation skills, also to develop your analytical skills and put them together in a report format. The program takeaways include, as I earlier mentioned, is the early optimization report, the basics of OpenStudio software and analytical techniques, a copy of entire training materials. We would be also giving a 1-year access to all the online courses which we have of this. So you can take them for a year. And of course, you would have an interaction with our experts faculty to answer all your queries, whichever you had in during the course. This is the certificate which you would be getting on completion of early design optimization report. We are right now offering early bird discounts until Sunday, that is 5th of July. So we have special prizes for students and professionals. And we look forward for a great participant from each one of you. This is our development team, as Gurneet had earlier introduced. So Robin, who is from Delhi office, has extensive experience in OpenStudio. Rishabh, who's also experienced in the green building certification and OpenStudio analysis. Komal is also a participant from EDS Bombay, and she looks after the CI portfolio, the commercial interiors portfolio. That's myself, Sandhya, who is a senior project manager in EDS Mumbai. Nikita, who has been also looking after the lead and certification projects, and she has a keen interest in modeling and simulation tools. I'm going to go through quickly through some of the questions which have been included in the program brief. Apart from this, if you have any questions, please drop in your chat box and we'll take them. So what do you need to bring for this program? You just need to have a personal laptop and an internet connection to attend this program. What if I'm not able to attend this program? We request you that you should not be missing any webinars. So you should make an effort to be there on each of the sessions. In case you are not able to do it, please just email our instructor, and we'll look after that. You get to all the stuff which you have missed in the last webinar. Can I get an access to the webinar recordings? Yes, all the webinars are recorded and they'll be available to all the registered participants. Can I access to the online self-paced modules after the program? Yes. Once you have signed for the program, you will have the access to all online modules. Can I attend the webinar through my phone? Yes, you can attend, but we would request you that you should attend this webinar, or rather this entire program, using your laptop and a desktop for a better and an effective learning experience. You may be a busy working professional, and we do understand the schedule looks extensive. Hence, we are actually providing you the entire program schedule. The webinar are just once a week, and that too they have been scheduled in the evening. So we would request all the professionals or the students who are busy with their schedule, you can make advanced planning and be consistent in this program, because this will be really beneficial to all of you. Should I have any prior knowledge in the OpenStudio and SketchUp to join this course? No, as we mentioned, this is a beginner's course, but only essential is that you need to have knowledge of 2D modeling. Should I have any prior knowledge in building energy simulation? No, you do not need to have prior knowledge. We would be taking you through the basic fundamental understanding of energy simulation. What are the PC configurations and software requirements of the course? The software used are compatible to all the operating systems of Windows 64, 32, Macs, and Linux. What are the softwares used here? We'll be looking at two softwares, that is OpenStudio 2.8 and SketchUp 2017, which Gurneet has already mentioned that it's a paid software. However, 1 month trial is available. Okay. Please put in your questions and we'll take you through all your queries and help you to resolve them.
So we already have a good number of questions, so let me take few of them. The first question is, will HVAC part also be covered? No, this course is specifically designed for beginners and design professionals with little to no knowledge in OpenStudio or SketchUp. So covering HVAC part is like getting into the details of the HVAC part. So active strategies like HVAC lighting will be covered in our next series. So this course is specifically on early design optimization. The next question is, are we going to test a multi-zone model or a shoebox model for early design? We will be using the multi-zone model, and we will be looking into perimeter core zoning kind of model. So the shape of the building will not be shoebox. The shape of the building will be as you design a building. And we, in our exercises, we will be doing perimeter core zoning. But if you want, you can go with any kind of zoning because it's very easy to model in SketchUp. Maybe I now request Robin to take the next two questions.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. The next question is for simulating different options. Do we need to have pad installed? I say no, as the pad is still a bit buggy, so don't want to expose this with the users at this stage. And you can simulate different options without the help of the pad as well. The next question is, does natural ventilation analysis using OpenStudio we covered in this course? We are not including this aspect as it is an advanced topic and the course is basically designed for the beginners. Now I would like to request Rishabh to take further questions.
Hello everyone. So the question is it compulsory to have a BCL account before course to use measures? So yes, it is compulsory to have a BCL account to use the measures, and we are going to have one session on the measures where we are going to covering all the benefit of it. The next question will be Sandhya will be going to take the next question. So Sandhya, you can.
Yeah, thank you, Rishabh. So the next question is, what type of shading devices will be covered in the optimization session? Are you covering kinetic systems or complex models such as origami? No, we are not looking at those. We are mainly focusing on the impact of shading on the energy consumption. So we will be using a combination of horizontal and vertical shading devices. Since we mentioned that this is an introductory, so that would be an advanced stage. So at this stage, we wouldn't be including it.
So just adding to this, I don't know about this origami thing, but since we are using SketchUp and it's a plugin in SketchUp, it gives you a opportunity to model any kind of shading and see its impact. So using the SketchUp tool as you model shading in SketchUp, you can model any kind of shading and can see the impact on your energy consumption all day.
Thank you, Gurmeet. The next question is, why have you excluded detailed HVAC part and controls and green buildings like ECBC and ASHRAE? So we would be covering this in the next courses which will come, but this was the first session which we're looking at for the beginners to understand the fundamentals. So we would not be covering all of these. How can I install the softwares? So you will be provided with a detailed guide, and we will have our program instructors and coordinators who will help you to install the softwares. And in case of any glitches you would have during installation, the team will be available to guide you. What kind of methodology will be utilized? Does the course cover using multi-objective optimization by engaging algorithms like connecting to parametric analysis such as grasshoppers? No, we would not be including this aspect. As we mentioned, we will be looking at only OpenStudio and the fundamental use of OpenStudio for optimizing the parameters which we have mentioned.
Yeah,
Himit, would you like to take the next?
Basically, this course is about early design optimization, and it's not into getting into the HVAC simulation or analysis or getting to the next level, right? The idea is that when the design professional engineers are doing their design, early design, they are at the early design stage, they should be able to compare between 2-3 design options, right? So it's not even getting into what will be the exact energy consumption, right? At that stage of the design, all I need or we need is that I have 3 design options. Which one is performing better than other, right? So you're just comparing it. You are not actually quantifying the exact benefit, right? And similarly, at different stage, you get into the window wall ratio. On which orientation, what window wall ratio will work best for this kind of building. So those kind of decisions, for taking those kind of decisions, we are using a simulation tool, which is free, which has a good interface where you can create geometry easily, and which has got certain macros and apps which can really, you don't have to get into the details of how the whole tool is working, how these macros are working, right? So that helps you in so all this combination basically helps you in evaluating different design and optimize your early design. So how to install OpenStudio in SketchUp, installation guide will be provided. It's a simple process. It's not that complicated. Can the time be shifted from 6:30 to 8 p.m. IST? We can look into that. If there is a demand, we can look into that. As I understand, this webinar is for beginners, but would there be advanced level training too, maybe in future? Yes, we are planning that advanced level training. I cannot commit anything, but yes, we are planning on that part.
Yeah, I'll take the next one. Will we be giving assignment based on the project? Yes, the assignments are designed in such a way that at the end of each session, the course or the topics which you have covered will be included in them. And all the 3 assignments are linked together that at the end of the course, you would be able to make a detailed design recommendation report, which is what we mentioned was a comprehensive early design optimization report. Is study of daylighting also possible? Yes, we are covering some of the aspects of daylighting in our program, which is the week 2 and week 3. Rishabh
Let me
and
take
Robin.
the next question. Yeah,
Yeah,
let me take the next question and then Rishabh can take it. So this is a follow-up question on dynamic origami thing, I believe, which says a dynamic 1-year analysis of daylighting for movable shading is covered on. It is not covered in this because we don't want to make it complicated, but I can assure you that if you take this part, then modeling daylighting, movable shading is not a big task in Energy Plus, and it can be done very easily. So if you are already comfortable with OpenStudio and this SketchUp part, you can also learn that. But if not, after this program, it will be easy to do it and we can guide it separately, but we will not be covering that part in the program. So Rishabh and Robin, maybe you can take next questions.
Yes. So the next question is OpenStudio analysis is similar to Grasshopper plugins such as Honeybee and Ladybug? Yes, it is similar to the Honeybee. Honeybee also uses OpenStudio for energy simulation.
The next question is, are we going to change pre-designed templates, having loads and schedule to custom values? As of now, we will not going to change these templates. We mostly use default templates for the loads and schedule. But we will definitely show how to change the construction parameters and other things to the custom values.
So
The next question
one,
is,
yeah, please go ahead, Robert.
does the usage of blinds, night shutters, curtains also a part of shading device and to optimize daylighting? Uh, I think in this course, no, as this is for the beginner, so we'll basically focus on the overhangs and fins, all these type of shading devices, not on the advanced level of shading device.
But as again said, it's with Open Studio, it's very easy to model that thing. Again, it's a simple steps. So once you are comfortable with Open Studio, we can possibly share those steps to model patterns depending on the glare. So it has a component where if you get glare, it will bring on that blinds automatically. So that will be done. The next one is daylight assessment based on LEED standards. It's a yes and no for this thing because the output of the Open Studio gives you daylight autonomy, that is annual simulation. Then it also gives you UDI. It gives you STA, and maybe the same STA you have to use it for ASE. So right now it does not give an output of ASE. So the LEED standard talks about STA and ASE both. So it covers STA. So it gives you the annual daylight performance metrics in terms of the daylight. Yeah, I think we have covered most of them, or we have. Let me just check if we have missed. Okay, so let's take the last question. Is Open Studio similar to Design Builder? I would say yes, it is similar to Design Builder in terms of, because both of them are energy simulation and daylight simulation tools. So in terms of working and other things, there is a difference, but they talk about in terms of input parameters, it is similar to Design. So there's another question: what all type of energy simulations are there for building design? Simulation tools are there for building design. There are many simulation tools. Some are open source, some are proprietary. eQuest, Energy Plus, Open Studio, Design Builder, Revit also has a plugin now, IESV, and then there are certain cloud-based tools, Sapphira, and this Light Stentra for daylighting. So there are many tools available for building. Okay, maybe Sandhya, we can conclude the session now.
Yes, thank you very much for attending this question and answer series. If you have any questions apart from this and you would like to connect to us, please do write to us at education@edsglobal.com. Our course begins on the 27th of July. I would like to repeat, we have an early bird discount till Sunday, the 5th of July. So we're looking for a great participant from all of you. So do be a part of this program and this learning session. Thank you very much.